5. Symptoms of collective human coherence. Loss. Humanity does not only collapse because of gender conflict, economic inequality, misinformation, demographic decline, or loss of meaning. Those are the visible symptoms. The deeper condition is a loss of coherence. Navigating the Quantumverse. The law of coherence and the future of the human species. A call for collective self-awareness in an age of fragmentation. Introduction. Entering the Quantumverse, humanity has entered a new territory. Not only a technological era, not only an economic era, not only a scientific era, we have entered what can be understood as the Quantumverse, a reality where the number of possible interactions, choices, connections, and transformations has multiplied beyond anything previous generations experienced. The Quantumverse is characterized by exponential technological acceleration, interconnected global systems, artificial intelligence, instant communication, new forms of economics, new forms of identity, new possibilities for human evolution. But every increase in possibility creates a corresponding increase in responsibility. A civilization that gains more power without increasing its coherence becomes unstable. The central question of the Quantumverse is therefore not, what can humanity create? Humanity has already demonstrated extraordinary creative capacity. The deeper question is, can humanity remain coherent enough to responsibly navigate what it creates? This is the challenge of the Quantumverse. The Quantumverse Capitalist. The Quantumverse Capitalist is not simply a person who accumulates financial capital. The Quantumverse Capitalist understands that the most valuable asset of the future is not money, it is coherence. A Quantumverse Capitalist recognizes that every human being carries multiple forms of capital. Biological capital, cognitive capital, emotional capital, relational capital, creative capital, spiritual capital, social capital, ecological capital. The future economy will not only measure what humans own, it will measure what humans can coherently generate. The Quantumverse Capitalist asks, how do I transform my human potential into value without destroying myself, others, or the systems that sustain life? This requires a different economic intelligence, an intelligence that understands. A fragmented human being creates fragmented systems. A coherent human being creates coherent systems. The only law that matters in the Quantumverse, the law of coherence. In a universe of infinite possibilities, the fundamental principle that determines whether possibilities become sustainable realities is coherence. The law of coherence states, any system can only evolve sustainably when its internal parts remain sufficiently aligned, connected, and capable of communicating with each other and with the larger system of which they are part. This law applies at every scale. The individual level, a human being loses coherence when thoughts contradict values, emotions are disconnected from awareness, actions contradict purpose, the body is ignored, relationships become disconnected from authenticity. An incoherent individual experiences confusion, exhaustion, lack of direction, inner conflict. The solution is not simply more information. The solution is alignment. The collective level, a society loses coherence when groups cannot communicate, shared reality disappears, cooperation is replaced by permanent conflict, economic systems separate people from contribution, future generations are forgotten. A civilization can survive complexity, it cannot survive permanent fragmentation, the human species and the loss of collective coherence. The greatest challenge humanity faces may not come from outside, it may come from within. The human species is experiencing a profound coherence crisis. The symptoms appear everywhere. Increasing polarization, loss of trust, loneliness, declining birth rates, gender conflict, economic separation, information chaos, loss of meaning. These appear to be different problems, but beneath them is one condition, the fragmentation of the human collective. The 5 symptoms of human coherence. Loss 1, the loss of meaning. The first fracture happens inside the individual. Humans become disconnected from purpose, belonging, contribution, creativity, their relationship with life. A person who does not know why they exist becomes vulnerable to any external force that offers identity. A civilization of disconnected individuals becomes easy to divide. 2. The collapse of shared reality. Humanity has more information than any civilization before, yet information abundance has not automatically produced wisdom. The challenge is not access to knowledge, the challenge is integration. When coherence decreases, facts become weapons, communication becomes conflict, algorithms amplify division, groups live inside different realities. A species cannot coordinate its future if it cannot agree on the reality it inhabits. 3. The fragmentation between masculine and feminine. The relationship between masculine and feminine represents one of humanity's oldest forms of cooperation. When this relationship loses coherence, trust decreases, relationships become battles, partnership becomes competition, future generations become less likely. The issue is not one gender against another. The deeper issue is humanity losing the ability to create harmony between complementary forces. 4. The separation between human value and economic value. An economy is a system of coordination. When economic systems fail to recognize human potential beyond productivity, people begin to feel unnecessary. The result: frustration, resentment, social fragmentation. A coherent economy asks, how can every human being participate in creating value? A fragmented economy asks, how can value be extracted? 5. The disconnection from the future. Every generation carries a responsibility toward generations that do not yet exist. A coherent species thinks beyond itself. It plants trees it will never sit under. It builds systems it will never fully experience. When coherence declines, the future becomes abstract. People stop asking, what are we creating? And start asking, what can I consume now? The Quantumverse choice humanity is standing before a choice. The same technologies that can fragment humanity can also connect humanity. The same intelligence that can create dependency can also create empowerment. The same networks that spread conflict can spread wisdom. The question is not whether technology is good or bad. The question is, will human consciousness evolve quickly enough to guide human power? The Quantumverse capitalist's responsibility. The Quantumverse capitalist understands the greatest investment is not only financial, it is evolutionary. The greatest asset is not ownership, it is coherence. The greatest wealth is not accumulation, it is the ability to create conditions where life, intelligence, creativity, and cooperation can flourish. The Quantumverse capitalist therefore develops self-awareness, emotional maturity, relational intelligence, systemic thinking, responsibility toward future generations. Because the future will not belong only to those with the most resources. It will belong to those who can maintain coherence in a world of increasing complexity. Questions for collective self-awareness. These questions are not designed to judge others. They are invitations to observe the human collective beyond personal opinions. About humanity's direction. Is humanity becoming more connected, or simply more connected technologically? Are we increasing intelligence faster than we are increasing wisdom? Are our systems helping humans become more human or less human? What capacities of humanity are growing? What capacities are declining? About meaning. Does modern society help people discover purpose or only help them consume? Are people becoming freer or simply more distracted? What happens to a species when individuals lose a reason to contribute? About relationships. Are men and women learning to cooperate better or becoming increasingly divided? Are relationships becoming deeper, or are humans becoming more isolated? What does the future of humanity look like if trust between genders continues to decline? About information and reality. Do humans have more knowledge but less understanding? Are our communication systems creating connection or increasing separation? Can humanity solve global challenges without a shared reality? About economics. Does our economic system recognize the full value of human beings? Are humans becoming participants in creation or consumers of systems designed by others? What kind of economy would emerge if human coherence was considered the highest asset? About future generations. Are we building a world future generations will want to inherit? What decisions today are creating consequences that humanity has not yet understood? If future generations could observe our civilization today, what would they ask us? The final invitation. The Quantumverse is not only a new external reality, it is a mirror. It reveals the level of coherence within humanity itself. The future of the human species will not be determined only by technology, economics, politics, or science. It will be determined by whether humans remember how to be connected. The ultimate question of the Quantumverse is, can humanity become intelligent enough to handle the power of its own intelligence? The law of coherence suggests that survival is not achieved through domination, separation, or accumulation. Survival emerges when the parts remember that they belong to the whole. The future belongs to those who understand. The greatest evolution of humanity is not the expansion of human power, it is the expansion of human coherence.